All right, guys, it is time for my favorite segment of the show. Welcome back to Fun with Fountain Pens.
Here's a house. Here's a door. Windows 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to knock? Turn the lock.
10 school. Oh, I'm still absolutely loving my intro, guys. I'm one of those awful people who laughs at their own humour, and I love the intro to Fun with Fountain Pens. All right, the pen I have for you today arrived just the other day. It is the Wingsung 930. This pen is absolutely awesome. It is also a massive. I'm going to give you a little bit of a size comparison now so you can see how truly massive this pen actually is. All right. First up, it is styled on the Mont Blanc style of pens, their Meisterstück range, particularly their top of the range, their biggest pen, the Mont Blanc Meisterstück 149. This is a real Mont Blanc Meisterstück 149, which is a big pen. Look how much bigger the Wingsung 930 is. Also notice how they are very, very similar in styling. This pen, in terms of style, is modeled on the Mont Blanc 149. To give you a comparison, this is a normal size pen. All right. So that normal size pen compared to the Wingsung 930, you can see how truly massive this pen is. In point of fact, it is almost the same size as the Namiki Emperor. The Namiki Emperor is a pen. It's many people's grail pen. It is famous for being absolutely huge, and it is the Wingsung 930 is almost the same size. I want to show you the nibs. This is a Mont Blanc massive size 8 nib. And in comparison, here's the Wingsung size 50, rather the Namiki Emperor size 50 nib. Hang on, I've just got to balance these. And here on the Wingsung 930 is what they are calling a size 9. It is absolutely the same size. You may also be able to see on camera that in terms of the nib engraving, it is very much inspired by the Mont Blanc 149. All right, let me put these away and I'll go through the features of this pen, tell you what I like and what I don't like. First up, pens out of China. Because Chinese people practice calligraphy, they have a preference for much finer nibs, which it becomes a problem because Western people like me do like to lay down a lot of ink. It becomes really difficult to get pens with a medium nib or a broad nib or even broader. This is not true of Wingsung. Wingsung is a Chinese manufacturer who releases broad nibs. I'll give you a writing sample right now to show you what it is like. It is naturally laying down a whole bunch of ink. Now, it is a steel nib, but it is absolutely massive and it has quite a lot of flex in it. So you can get some line variation by applying some pressure very, very easily. It is also, I have to say, the smoothest steel nib I have ever used. Writing with this is like writing with glass. It is an absolute pleasure because it just glides across the page. Wonderful to use. This big honking nib on a big honking pen. This pen is so massive you could inseminate barnyard animals with this pen. You could harpoon feminists with this pen. It is absolutely huge. I cannot stress enough how big this pen is. The other thing about it, in terms of its filling mechanism, it has my favorite. It has a piston filling mechanism at the back, and it is absolutely proper. I don't think it is made with the similar kind of metal components inside the pen that you would get on a Mont Blanc, but it is a fully functional piston filling fountain pen. It is everything and anything that you could want. Now, with the Namiki Emperor, it is a pen that is designed for people to pull out of their pocket and ostentatiously sign their name. Very, very few people would use a pen that big as their everyday writer. I am different. I like having a massive pen. It is awesome to use. I love that it's got a big nib that can flex. I would use this pen as an everyday carry. It must be said, though, that a pen like this is one that doesn't fit very well, for instance, in a breast pocket or even inside a pen carry, because it is absolutely huge. The other thing about it is, if you are a lady, if you're a man with small hands, you may find it uncomfortably large. All right. Judith in the chat hit me up the other day to say, what can you recommend for a blue black? Fortuitously, I decided to try a new ink manufacturer, and that is Jinhao. You will know that I have reviewed Jinhao pens very, very regularly. Jinhao makes a whole bunch of different models of pens, some of which are great, most of which are very good, some of which are pretty much hit and miss. But I've never tried their inks. I thought I would give their blue black a go, and this cost me about $10, I think, from China for a 35ml bottle, which is very, very inexpensive. It's about right for what you should pay for 35 mils for a cheap ink manufacturer. But I absolutely love this ink to bits. It is a perfect blue black in my estimation. It doesn't shade very much, but it is just nicely in the middle there between what is blue and what is black. It is an ink that is attractive, that you can easily get away with using at work, suitable for business correspondence, but is also suitable for your personal correspondence. It is absolutely quick drying. There's not an awful lot of shading to it, which some people like, but it is a beautiful, fast drying shading ink. I have my favorite blue black is the Shinkai from Irishizuku, which is a lot more expensive and a lot more shading. But I've got to tell you, for an everyday blue black, I am going to be buying the Jinhao from now on. This cost me $10. By the way, this Wingsung 930 cost me $70, 70 New Zealand dollars for this wonderful Mont Blanc inspired Namiki Emperor sized fountain pen. All right, so for all up, the pen and the ink, $80 is absolutely a steal. I am very, very pleased to have this pen in my collection. It is wonderful to have a pen that is mid-range in terms of price, but is absolutely a spectacular performer, and it's a big honking pen. All right, guys, so that was it. The Wingsung 930 and the Jinhao Blue Black ink. I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I did presenting it. You are watching SimonTV. I've got half an hour left to go. I'm going to play a little bit more music and come back to you with some more articles shortly.